What's up, guys? I just got back from Japan a couple days ago. I've got an insane haul video for you. I'm going to link the shops that I had a lot of success at in the video as we go. So if you're going to Japan, here are some key places you need to visit. I picked up a card that I'm going to show in this video that I never thought I would see in person. But just check out this haul. Crazy great prices. And I can't believe the trip I had. So let's dive straight into it. All right. I am going to try to show each set of cards I got from each shop together so that you can kind of know where I got these deals at if you're interested in trying to find something similar if you're in Japan. So this first haul, and this is just one of the stores right here. Just one. This store was the best store I went to. I want to give them a huge shout out. Not only were they super friendly, they had a great vintage selection. They had amazing prices, the best prices I found the whole time I was in Japan. But they were willing to work with me on the number if I was willing to buy a large amount of cards. So I got a great deal on these cards. I negotiated down big time on some of these cards, and you'll see that because a lot of these still have the prices on them. So let's just kick it off. The first thing I bought when I was there, I just grabbed it when I walked in because it looked cool, was this pack of Rush Duel cards. All of these cards together in this pack, a little baby dragon there, was 2,000 yen. So I got all of these for 2,000 yen. I just thought the Red Eyes was sick. It's like that ultimate rarity. Super cool. Okay, and by the way, we are going to have a huge, it's mostly going to weigh vintage in terms of the cards I bought. But we do have some modern stuff in here, including some Japan exclusive cards that are not available in the US that just recently came out. So I'll show you that as well. Next up is I got a sealed Red Eyes Baby Dragon. There's a card on the back, but I got that somewhere else, so we'll cover that later. But that one is sealed. I can't remember what I paid for this, probably like 300 yen or something like that, a couple dollars. And that's an English one, so it was nice to see English at this shop. This card I had to do research on. I could not figure out what this was. So this is in the original sealed packaging, but it's a big misprint. So lines through it, notch out of it. And that's because this card was skewed up a little too much when the crimp went down at the factory. And so you can see it got the cut that the package got when they were trying to crimp the package. So if you take this out, it's actually not sealed up here because the card was in between where the machine tried to seal it. This card is a really rare card. I looked on eBay. There's only like one on eBay. And apparently it was a rankings promo. So if you had a rank in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think you got one of these as just like a reward. And so they're extremely rare, even more rare as a misprint probably, and just a really, really cool card. Next up, we're jumping into some crazy stuff now. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe the prices on this. And again, you know, these are just some amazing bangers. So original, 1999 Time Wizard from Konami. English KA05. This came in a Kaiba starter deck. Came out in English before SDK ever did, I believe. So this would have predated in English SDK with SDK art. So pretty special card here. He gave this to me for free. He was just like, yeah, you can have it. So that was pretty cool. 1999 original Harpy's Feather Duster. What do you think that card is, by the way? Let me know in the comments if you know what that card is. One of the only cards from 99 that I can remember that has another picture of a card on it. So pretty cool. Cyberstein, again, no holo sticker down here, so we know it's from 99. Maybe the original Cyberstein? I really don't know on this one. I'll have to do a little research. And I'm just going to go through here. And oh, look at the prices. It was 100 yen. All right. 200 yen. 1999. This one I just thought was cool and creepy looking. So original 1999, had to get it, 300 yen. Premium pack 4, I believe. Yep, premium pack 4, Dark Magician Girls, 200 yen. 300 yen. This was a more modern card, but I thought it just looked cool. It was English, so I just had to pick it up. And it's QCR, of course. How much? 400 yen, cheap. And then this was crazy. There were so many Gate Guardian pieces for some reason at this shop. And I picked up all of them I could because the prices were ridiculous. And again, these are all from 1999. Look at this, 300 yen, 100 yen. That one I didn't have a price on. 100 yen, 30 yen, 30. It was just ridiculous. It was like, I could not take them at that price. And I'm going to go through these and see if any of these are gradable. And hopefully I can get a really nice grade on at least one of them. I mean, it was just ridiculous as far as the prices go. 30 yen, 30 yen. I mean, that is nothing. And all of them look in really good condition, too. That was a little more expensive, probably because of condition. Same on that one. Next up, a little OG action, GB7. He just gave me this for free. He was just feeling it. He was like, here you go. I'm like, okay, cool. Premium Pack 1 Exodia head, the original OCG Exodia print. And I think, yeah, this was the first Konami print of Exodia, period, because there weren't any 98 promos from Konami. So the original Exodia, 500 yen. This, what is this? This is a CA-00 Secret Genzo. I think this was from 2000 or 2001. I can't remember. I don't remember if this is the original Konami print. I'll have to check. I'll put it in the video if so. 500 yen. Again, nothing. Thousand Dragon, 1999 Secret Rare. This one was a little more expensive, 980, but had to pick it up. I checked comps on it before I bought it, and I was like, oh my god, that's a great price. 99, Black Skull Dragon, what was it? Oh, he marked it down to 200 yen for me. Nothing, and none of these are like destroyed too. This one, I can't remember the name of it. It's like something swordsman, but I was in Japan, I was feeling it. You got a samurai sword. I just like the look of it. I thought it was a vibe. 300 yen. Mech Chaser, 300 yen, 1999. Got that original going on. Original Mystical Elf, 220. Again, this is a more expensive card, but it was in really good condition and was the first holo Mystical Elf from Konami and first OCG print as well. They do have a 1998 print in the promos, though. Again, 99, 1,200 yen. Nothing for a Black Skull, and that's a good condition one, too. This is an ultimate rare, something raw. I don't know. This is kind of more of a modern one. 100 yen. Just couldn't say no just because it was pretty. Now we're getting into some even cooler stuff. We've got a, what was this, Premium Pack 3? Premium Pack 3 Parallel Ultra Rare Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Just, it was so pretty. I just couldn't say no to it. Not a super rare card, but a super beautiful card. And that was 200 yen. I mean, nothing. Again, another 99. Fortress. This card, I had to do a little bit of research on. I didn't know the name when I originally saw it, but it was in this special like case. And it was kind of more expensive than the other one. So I looked this one up online. Pretty rare card, pretty expensive card for what I was seeing. And they had this at only, you know, what, 1,700 yen? It's like $13, $12, something like that. And it seemed to be in okay condition. So I had to pick this one up as well. Kind of interesting though. So it has like normal foiling, but silver sparkly letters. Kind of an interesting rarity. So thought that was cool. Okay, next up we've got, now these are reprints. And the reason these are so special, these Blue Eyes Ultimates, is because in this original format, they only printed the original 1999 tournament prize card. There were 2, I believe, that were officially handed out. But they never, you know, made this as a reprint up until this reprint set came out. And I think this was in 2023, 2022, if I remember correctly. So it has a stamp there, so you know it's not an original OG card. It's not one of those tournament prize cards that's worth, you know, $500,000. But they are just so nostalgic and so cool to have something so close in likeness to those original prize cards. When this prize card was given out in 1999, without the stamp here, it was the winner of that card. And I think there were 2. There were one for the card game and one for the video game tournament at that 99 tournament, I believe. They would have been the only 2 people, minus maybe like an executive with a test print or something, that had the card for a long time. And to be walking around with something that no one else could touch, no one else had probably ever even seen for, I can't remember how long it was, but let's say it was a year or so, must have been just an insane feeling. So super cool card. I actually picked up 3 of these. These were kind of a chase card in that reprint set. And 2,500 yen, had to say yes. They're about 20 bucks a piece, and they were going for a little bit more than that online. And I just wanted 3 of them to see if one of them was in good enough condition to get a 10. Next up, We've got the, in English, Celtic Guardian Limited Edition. This was YAP1 from whatever set that I put on screen. And this was the artwork from the original founder of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Kazuki Takahashi. And he has his little signature on all the cards that he did in this kind of promo run that he did with making the art for each card. So pretty cool. Next up, Gate Guardian, first edition, MRD, $21 roughly, in super good condition. Why is it $21? Well, it's Asian English, but that's still crazy cheap for an Asian English version of this card. And it looks just as good as the NA one, unless you have a friend that wants to stare at the back, which I rarely do. Black Skull Dragon, first edition, English, MRD. How much was it? It was 4,000 yen because it's Asian English, but in phenomenal condition and looks just as good as the NA version. Now we're getting into some really big stuff here. Not the biggest stuff, but some pretty big cards. Original 1999 Summon Skull. Just a really cool card. This one's in pretty beat condition, so it was cheap, but an epic, epic card to have the first OCG Summon Skull. It's really cool. And this one, I can't remember how much this one was, but it was like 300, 500 yen, something like that. Next up, we've got the EX Starter Box, Dark Magician, 1999, no stamp in the corner. And I think, again, this was like 200 to 500 yen. Now we're going into some kind of big cards here. So this situation was kind of crazy. When I asked to see old cards or if they had any old cards, they pulled out multiple boxes behind the counter and let me go through them. And he randomly had 5 of these. If you don't know what this is a 1999 Tokyo Dome promotion card that was only given out to duelists that got to participate in that Tokyo Dome tournament. There's no stamp in the corner. Has been reprinted in a recent set. I think the same set as that Blue Eyes Ultimate, but it has that stamp. If you see one no stamp, original format, this is an expensive card, a very rare card, relative to everything else made these days, and a very special card that commemorated that first ever card tournament for Yu-Gi-Oh! Really cool. And this one originally, look at what it was priced at originally, 69,000 yen. It's in great shape. I'm probably going to grade this one. It's so good. He marked it down to 21,000 for me. So this was a bit high. It was out of market, and we went through comps together, and he cut me a crazy deal on this card. So super, super happy about that. It's in great condition. Next up, if you know what this is, you are a G. So this is Starter Box Blue Eyes White Dragon. First Konami, not the first print of this art or the first Blue Eyes card they made. That's the 1998 promo. But this is the first OCG variant and the first holographic version of a card with this art on it. So this is a very special card. It was released originally when the movie came out in 1999, and you could get it in the starter box that was made for that movie. But a very special card, a pretty expensive card too, even in completely destroyed condition. They kind of go for a minimum of $30-ish. So this one, 2,000 yen, 14, yeah, that's correct. When I saw that price, I just grabbed it as soon as I could and put it in my pile I was buying. Didn't even talk about, negotiating price on any of these. Didn't even ask for discounts. I was like, yeah, I'm going to pay full price for it. Sounds great. And it's obviously, it's not, I wouldn't call it gradable, but it's very presentable. There's no major creases on it. The hollow's clean. Super great card for the money. This one was beat. This one was beat pretty bad, obviously. But again, it's a starter box. It's the original holographic Blue Eyes. And he gave this to me for, it wasn't even this. I think it was like 500 yen. Which is by far the cheapest one on the market, hands down, when you look at what these go for. Next up, this is one that was about 500 yen as well. And again, it's a little more beat, but it's in 99. It's a freaking starter box. How could you not buy that for 500 yen? And the next one, this is one I paid up for. I paid more for this one. I still paid way under market, but this one was in great condition. Probably going to send this one for grading even. It's not going to 10, but it might get a decent grade. And this card, again, 15,000 yen. Not crazy at all for one of these in this condition. So super excited about this one, and we may make a video where we send it off for grading. So that was store number 1. Let's go see store number 2 here. Okay, so next up, I've got 3 different stores represented here. I got this card in like a random anime manga figurine store, and he wanted like 500 yen for it. It was super cheap, really pretty, parallel. And these parallels have a kind of a variance to how strong the parallel effect is. So you can get some that have very weak parallel prominence and some with a really strong prominence. And this one is a very strong parallel, which I just had to pick up for the money. Classic art, super, super cool. And that's from RB-09. So whatever that set is right there. Next up, I think I got all of 3 of these from a Hard Off. Now, Hard Off is a major store in Japan. They're kind of all over the place. They have cards, but they do not negotiate on price. They didn't have amazing deals. They had okay deals. And so we've got an original, a 99 Cosmo Queen. They wanted 1,500 yen for. I was happy to pay that. Gaia, the Dragon Champion. Again, it's an original, no stamp, 1999, secret rare, 1,500 yen, no brainer. Even though it's B, it's still a great price for that. And next up, we've got an original 1999 Mirror Force, no hollow stamp. Pretty good condition, 2,000 yen, so about $14, $13. And just couldn't pass it up as pretty as it was. Next up, we've got, now weirdly, I couldn't find the store on Google. I went to another store that was on the first floor, which is Fuku Fuku. And this was, I think, a few floors above that in a building that was like next door, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was like you walked out of Fuku Fuku and you went down like one building, I think, and then went up to like the 4th floor. And I asked them, hey, do you have any old school Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you have any like this and that? And they pointed me to this store. So I think it's an affiliate store of theirs. So number 1, we've got a Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon 2000. Does have the stamp because it's not 99, but it was in amazing shape. It's a 9, and they only wanted like $120 for this. And it's just so cool and so OG. And you got that big image of Blue Eyes versus the smaller shrunken images on more modern cards. That just had to pick that up. So thought that was a great deal. They also just randomly threw in like free packs too. At the end of your purchase, you rolled this massive dice. It was like 100 points on it. And if you hit 2 specific numbers, you got an entire booster box for free. So I was one off. Like the next number over was one of those numbers. So I was a little disappointed, but he still handed me these 2 packs. No clue what those were worth, but it was a nice gesture from him. And next up at that same store, ended up getting a couple really cool cards. So number 1, how much was this? $42.80, which was a pretty good price if I remember correctly. And that's on a stainless steel 20th anniversary Dark Magician. Now, no stamp in the corner, but it's not an original Volume 1 Dark Magician just by the weight and the fact that it's metal. It has a really pretty sheen to it. I'm hoping I can catch this on camera. But it almost has a... like the hollow pattern almost has like lines to it. It just makes a really cool effect. And then it also comes with a little carrying case that card originally came with. I also picked up this really, really good condition Summon Skull 98 promo. Great price for this, I thought, and it's definitely a gradable copy. So probably going to send that off to see what we can get done on it. Next up is a card I got from Fuku Fuku. So I'll put their, Google thing here, but this is that brand new Blue Eyes that just came out in collaboration with the Japanese Post. This came with the stamp set, but one of the reasons I like this so much was it combines this, legendary Japanese painting that was painted in like the 1800s with Blue Eyes White Dragon. So 2 icons in the same collab card. And of course, that's quarter century rare. It's just stunning. I love how they left Blue Eyes completely matte, completely untouched by the hollow, and he just pops out of the card. It's such a cool looking card. And for, I think when I was there, they had these 2 or 3 of them left. They were $55. I just couldn't say no. I think this, if any modern card is going to hold its value or go up in value, I think it's this one. It's a really special card, and we're probably not going to get it in English, if I had to guess. Next up, we've got some cards from El Dorado Card Shop. So first, we've got a PG dash, what was it, 65 Secret Rare Exodia Head. One of those OG cards, but not from 99 at, $6, $7? Couldn't say no to that. Just such a cool card, and these go for a little bit more than that online, of course, so good deal on it. Next up, spent a little bit of money on this one. So this, if you look at raw prices, this is high, but this was the nicest one they had in the store. Super gradable, could not find a flaw on it. Literally could get a 10 out of this. So I think I paid okay for it. We are going to try to grade this, and we'll do that in a video. But here we've got the Dark Magician Girl promo. I think this was released in 2000, if I remember correctly. I'll try to put it out here on screen, but 18,000 yen in literally perfect condition. I just couldn't say no to it. This is that Dungeon Dice Monsters promo. But look at this freaking thing. Gorgeous. All right, next up is the big one. This was from a shop. I couldn't find the name of it, but it was a few floors above El Dorado. So you just went up the elevator, I think to the 7th or 8th floor, if I remember correctly, of that same building. This contains one of the cards that I literally thought was fake, and I'll tell you why as we go through here, but let's get started. So first up, Volume 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Pack from 1999. Sealed, obviously, but this was about half the price I see these go for here in the US. So 17,000 yen was a great price on this. The sticker's not on the pack, by the way. There's a little sleeve around it. And this was the first pack of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards ever created. Some amazing bangers in here, including, Volume 1 Dark Magician, and just a phenomenal display piece. I may even get this graded. We will see. Next up here, I'm going to save the best for last, but here we go. Ooh, give you a little sneak peek. We've got another PG65 Secret Rare Exodia. At the price this was at, couldn't pass it up. Another one, 1,000 yen, Secret Rare OG Exodia. Couldn't pass it up, had to get it. Then we got a modern card because I love that they did this throwback art to the Bandai art from 1998. And this is a QCR, of course, Japanese card. Was a decent price. They weren't taxing too hard on it, but it was about fair value on this. But just a beautiful card, and I love the throwback art. Okay, the next card I thought was fake because I've seen more fake ones than real ones. I did 3 different legit checks on it when I was there because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And this card, nobody really knows where this card comes from. Okay, so let me just show you the card and I'll explain. So this is a 1998 Blue Eyes White Dragon Konami promo, the first Blue Eyes White Dragon card with this art that was ever printed by Konami, and or any company for that matter, with this art. But this card is a little bit of an anomaly because this card came in the PlayStation video games, but it usually says not for sale right here, like this. Let me show you an example. I don't know where this card actually originated from without the not for sale logo here. So that's the big mystery, and I've never been able to get to the bottom of it. So with CRU, they made a CRU version of these this format of cards, and that was released and given out as kind of a pre-release party thing where you'd go to card shops. There was only like 6 card shops that gave them out in Japan. And you would go early to see kind of a preview of the game, and they would give you this special card. So I don't know if that's maybe a situation that happened with this card, and they gave these out as promos of the game promos, so like super like secret promos kind of a thing. Or if these were just misprints and the earliest prints, like, oh, they forgot to write not for sale on them. I've got a sealed one of these straight out of the game, and it says not for sale. So I just don't know. But it passes every legit check. And there's a whole slew of legit checks you can do on these cards, and I need to make another video about that, and I'm going to do that in the future. But this card is phenomenal, and I'm definitely going to grade it. It's not 10 worthy. It's maybe a 7, maybe an 8, but it deserves to be graded just because of how rare it is. I've only ever seen maybe 3 of these that have passed all my legit checks, and I haven't even seen them in person. I've seen pictures and videos of other people that had one, and I couldn't believe it. And they priced it like a regular one that says not for sale, but it is much more rare than one that says not for sale. So I'm really excited about this card here. Paid $50,000 for it. Didn't negotiate the price on it. Just had to have it for that price. And it is a phenomenal card. This completes my DM collection. When I say DM, this style of cards from 1998. This was the only thing I had left to collect in that set, and I just never thought I'd get one. So super excited about this. All right, guys, and one last card I almost forgot to show is this sealed Dungeon Dice Blue Eyes White Dragon. Probably going to grade this. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me share what I got with you. And let me know if you have any questions down below. Please subscribe if you want more cool content like this, because next up, I want to show you guys how to submit cards for grading the right way to ensure you get the best grade possible. Talk to you soon. Join the family. Follow me on Instagram. Whatever. See you later.